It's time for a word from Calhoune County. Let's see, this here is, oh, hey, how you doing? I just was looking at my old malathion insect spray, putting on your potato bugs and such like that. I hear tell they was getting ready to ban this stuff, but of course maybe they already done it. I don't know. I had this down here for 40 years. Still got some in there. I can sure use it. Anyhow, welcome to Calhoune County. Been a while since I gave you a report. There's a couple reasons for that. One reason is it just don't seem like some of the viewers that watch my channel cottons to it too strong. Because every time I'd put one up, I'd lose 1 or 2 subscribers. I don't quite understand that, but ain't no counting for taste, I reckon. Anyhow, what this really is we got some funny stories in our county here. So far, every story I done told is about this fella named, well, we call him Charlie Calhoune. That ain't his real name, but the stories were true. They still are true. And I guess if you don't understand that they're true stories, and you just think I'm up here making something up off the top of my head that's ridiculous, it might disgust you and you turn the channel. I don't know. But they's true. If you don't believe me, I can put you in touch with Charlie himself. He can vouch for him. He was here the other day. I know it wasn't too long ago. Charlie, we was helping him unload some hay, and he was telling about a couple weeks before that, a young fella was there, and they unloaded a few loads, and when they was done putting them in the barn, they decided to leave, and Charlie was feeling all around. Where's my cell phone? Turns out he couldn't find it, so they used this young fella's cell phone and kept calling. They could faintly hear somewhere a ringtone way back in there, and so they started digging out bales. They thought maybe it fell out of his pocket while he was stacking hay, and they moved some more bales. They kept dialing. They kept hearing it. Getting louder though. They kept on moving some bales, and after a little while they finally realized that what Charlie had done was he had laid that phone up on the sill there while he wiped his forehead and with his handkerchief, and he forgot to put it back in his pocket, and they had just stacked 300 bales of hay in front of it. But anyhow, they had to move all of them to find that darn phone. But Charlie, he's always had bad luck with that particular barn, and we was there helping him one time, like I say, and we were unloading one load, me and the boys, and we hear this tractor coming around the corner. Charlie was bringing another wagon in. He had been down the road. We hear a squeak, 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 squeak. By the time he got right next to the door, we hear this little bit of a whoosh, and we look out there, and the wheel had just fell right off the wagon right there. Luckily, he got it to the barn. It just come up the road with the tractor. He had about 400, a line of 400 cars behind him. And if that thing had broke in the road, I don't know. But we looked at it, and they only had 2 lug nuts holding it on there, and one of them was real loose, and the squeaking was the rim had cracked. And, and it just completely broke right off when he got to the barn right there. But anyhow, it was close enough we could carry it in the barn. So we carried it on in the barn, and it was an old tobacco barn, wasn't a hay barn. And Charlie didn't like how it was laid out too good for stacking hay, so he was, every once in a while, he'd fire up his chainsaw and cut out one of the uprights there that you'd normally put the tar poles on. And you can only get away with cutting out so many of them. After a while, I think a week later, after we put that hay in the barn, he had the thing about full. We had right smart of a windstorm, and talked to Charlie a few days after that, and he said he believes he may have cut one too many uprights out of there, because he went around there after the storm and the barn was simply laying down on top of the hay. It was a shame. That's a darn shame. But that's just the kind of things that happen to Charlie. It really is. Anyhow, I'll catch you up there with another one next time. We'll see you.